This film is a key weapon against these tyrants. The truth is our sword. Cut them down. Chris in Toronto, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, good afternoon, Alex. Good afternoon, Dan. It's Shippy from Toronto Truth Seekers. I'm calling in because I know Dan personally from Toronto. I just want to extend my personal congratulations to him. I've done activism with him. I know the amount of work that it took him along with Bryan to get that film together. I saw it when it first came out, and you are right. It's definitely on par with any of your film, Alex. It's a great documentary, very insightful, and definitely want to congratulate Dan as well as Bryan on that amazing film.
And I want to congratulate folks that are going to get it and get it out to everybody. They've done the hard work and been arrested and gone through hell to bring you this. Now it's time for the population to take action with this information. Anything else, Chris?
That would be it. Take care.
Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and talk to Brendan in North Carolina. You're on the air.
Hey, Alex and Dan. Look, greetings from the Tar Heel State. When they start taking guns away, I think we'll probably be the last one standing. Us or Texas. Hey, look, I got a question for you. It's a twofold question, all right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Look, what is, I mean, if these guys are already running the show, you know, the Bilderbergers and these guys, and I believe they are, I'm with you on it, but this is a question I get asked a lot. What is the advantage, really, if they're already in charge, they're already in control, they're already wealthy beyond belief, what's the advantage to them, really, to collapsing society? And that's the part one. And wouldn't it really be better to run a successful society? I mean, if they collapse this, where's the innovation? Where's the technology that we have now? And
all right, let me answer that question. Okay, you have to look at what they are doing. We have the IMF World Bank documents. We have the Goldman Sachs emails and documents. It's not just Alex Jones. It's McClatchy News Service 5-part series with Mr. Gordon. They are doing it because they have incredible money and power. They are dominating the globe, but they don't have full control. And they're selfish. They want to control the life extension technologies that are developing. They don't want to give it to 7 or 8 or 9 billion people. They believe it's going to plane out at 9 billion. They want you out of the way. They think you're profane and ugly and stunted. And they describe you as bugs and as useless eaters. Listen to Ted Turner. Listen to Jacques Cousteau saying we've got to kill millions of people. Listen to Prince Philip saying you're scum. He wants to kill 80% of you. Dr. Eric Pianka. They believe the world is theirs. It's called social Darwinism. And they believe that if they can kill you, it's their right to do it because survival of the fittest. This is their stated plan. They want a world government. They don't have it yet. They've got the banks, most of the money. They're trying to get control. They're trying to put the surveillance grids in. They're trying to break up the family. I've got their own textbooks where they say the family's a disease. They want to remake man as a biological suboid android that serves them. Have you read Brave New World? He wrote Brave New World Revisited 30-plus years later. He was from a top British eugenics family, and he said, this is what we really are going to do. Read the book written in 32 today, and it's everything that's in the news. They're not playing games. People say, well, why would they want to hurt things? Why would they want to stop making money off of us? They print the stinking money. They issue the currency. They control the paradigm. They don't want us here. You understand that? And if every FBI agent, every cop, every teacher, every bureaucrat, everybody that makes up this system, you are in the crosshairs just like I am, just like Dan Dix is. Dan, you want to answer his question? He cut out again. He's been dropping. That's why I haven't had him commenting for the listeners. Video Skype's great, but it's still not perfected. We're going to just get him back on via phone, and we'll hold him a little bit in the next hour, then get our guest on. Brendan, does that answer your question?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it definitely does. I mean, I'm on the same page with you as well. You just hear that a lot. People just can't seem to believe that they would want to, they
can't believe that they're getting ready to raise Social Security age and start cutting it. They can't believe they're cutting cops everywhere but raising taxes. They can't. The people in Nazi Germany couldn't believe it. The people in Soviet Russia couldn't believe it. When the Romans would take over a village and kill everybody, they couldn't believe it. When a 10-year-old girl gets picked up by a man who had a puppy and candy, and an hour later strapped down with electrodes, shocking her as she's tortured to death, she can't believe it when she cries for mama. But it's real. So you tell your family and friends to get up off their butts and look at the evidence. Everything we're covering here is documented. There's no more time to screw around. Brendan, I appreciate your points. I'm glad you called. All right, Stephanie, Steve, George, Damon, and others, stay with us. We'll be back. Infowars.com. All right, Dan Dix now joins us via telephone. I want to go back to calls. But Brendan was asking, and I want you to be able to answer this. People say, well, why would the globalists want to destroy the economy? Why would they want to wreck things? Why would they? Because they're imaging the world according to their individual view. They're not a bad person that wants to wreck things. So they don't understand this order out of chaos. You've got to destroy something before you build something on its ashes. Your comments on that?
Absolutely. That's how they achieve anything that they want to get, is this concept of order out of chaos. They know if they can create enough problems, then out of the ashes of that will emerge their solution, which is always more of a push towards global government. So they've been utilizing this technique for many, many years. I mean, a lot of people say the same thing to me. They say, why would anybody even want a North American Union? Nobody around here is going to go for it. Nobody in the States is going to go for it. And yeah, of course, at this point in time, yes, nobody around here wants a North American Union, but that could all change in a day. And tomorrow, people's opinions can easily be manipulated. They often use sometimes, black ops, like false flag operations. It could be, it could be an economic crisis. It could be a health crisis.
Yeah, they always give solutions that only make it worse, but sell it to people that are ignorant as the solution.
Absolutely, and the solution they had right from the get-go, and this is how they get their control, is by manipulating the population with this concept of order out of chaos, or the Hegelian dialectic, or it's more commonly referred to as problem, reaction, solution. And that's how they pull this stuff off.
Let's take a call. Stephanie in Texas, you're on the air with Dan Dix.
Hi, Dan. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
Thank you guys so much for the work you do. I applaud your efforts to wake up this world. A friend of mine just got in her renewal passport yesterday, and I compared it with her previous one, and I noticed two things I'd like to comment on and then ask a question. I noticed that there is a chip in there as well, and it also now, this year, compared to the last passport she had, it noticed the verbiage of don't bend. It's got an electromagnetic band in it. And no longer does it say that this is our passport. It's now the property of the United States. That gives me many angst for many reasons, as you can imagine.
Yeah, it's saying your right to travel or leave or come into the country as a citizen is their property.
Correct. And so now, and the previous one did not have that on there. So even though we're asked to pay for these passports, they're not really our property. So if you're traveling overseas and they've identified you as the good guy.
Well, what did the North American Union travel ID that they're issuing to travel in Mexico or Canada? I mean, that's a hemispheric travel ID initiative. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so my question is since they can take this back because it's not really ours, is there any other form of identification or ID that we could come up with that we could actually say this is ours, it's not yours, and that way if you're ever traveling abroad, you can have some type of ID that's really yours?
Well, again, any tyranny doesn't want its slaves to be able to get out. And so you can go and, I guess, get a foreign passport in some cases, but it's very serious. Let's get a comment from Dan Dix about that. I appreciate your call, Stephanie.
Yeah, absolutely. The what's going on in the airports and with the passports is getting worse and worse. With this North American Union idea, John Manley was a part of this Nexus program where they are using your biometrics in order to identify yourself so you can get through the lines quicker, faster. They say, if you just scan your eye, it'll be much easier for you. They always play these things off as being for your benefit, but certainly travel is changing, in this post 9/11 world, that's for sure.
Absolutely, Dan. Stay there. We've got a big announcement on the other side. Last 5 minutes with you. Then we've got other key information coming up on some other subjects. In closing, Dan Dix, I want to thank you for making the film United We Fall. I want to salute you and the other filmmaker. I want to get Bryan Law on sometime with you, and I can't wait to see your new films. I hope folks will get it at Infowars.com and get it out to everyone they know. And I want to thank you for allowing us to post it at PrisonPlanet.tv for our viewers there so they can also share their passcode and give it to friends and family. But I really want to thank you, my friend.
Well, thank you very much, Alex. And people, like my work. I mean, over the years, I've put together a pretty solid team, namely Stephen Davies and Bryan Law. And together, I mean, the three of us make a good team. We put out a lot of YouTube videos. We cover a lot of the issues. We're making documentary films. So if people want to support us, you can go to my website, which is pressfortruth.ca. And the best thing to do there is donate, or you can purchase any one of our films. And that will help us continue to do what we do, because we feel it's extremely important, and we want to keep it up.
Absolutely. Well, I want to commend you, and I look forward to future work. And this makes us all a lot safer. It makes myself safer, Ron Paul safer, and other really prominent patriots a lot safer, because they know that there are millions, not thousands, but millions of intelligent men and women out there like yourself who can do as good a job or even a better job than what I've done. And together, free humanity will win, thanks to your spirit of liberty. And I want to just close with Thomas Jefferson. I have sworn on the altar of God eternal resistance against every form of tyranny over the mind of men. Dan Dix with the film United We Fall. You can get 2 copies and get 3 films free when you get it at Infowars.com. God bless you, my friend.
Thank
you. We'll talk to you again soon.